video, we're going to be talking about all the ways that you can share your Screencastify video, whether it be with parents or with students. How can we share these videos and get them out to the world after we've recorded them? So I have right now, this is the window that pulls up after I've stopped or I've finished a recording with Screencastify. One thing that I do want to note is that if you click your extension at the top, you are able to get to all of your recordings, your past recordings. There's a little button there that says My Recordings, and you can get to them that way. Also, your Screencastify videos are stored in your Google Drive, so you can always get to them in your Google Drive as well. So looking at the video that I have here, I'm ready to share it, whether it be with parents or with students. I'll go through each of the ways that I can share. At the end, I'm going to talk specifically about Google Classroom and Canvas. So if you are a K-5 teacher, you'll go to that Google Classroom one. If you're a 6 to 12 teacher, you'll go to Canvas. So the first one and the easiest one, of course, is to copy the shareable link. So right up here at the top right-hand corner, I have copy shareable link. I'm going to click that. It'll enable link sharing for me, and then it has now copied that link. And I'm able to paste it in an email, send it through chat, send it in Google Classroom. I can do whatever I'd like to with that link. It's still stored in my Google Drive, but this is one easy way to share my video. So that's the easiest way to share that video. It's just going to give me that shareable link to the video. Underneath that, I'm also able to publish it to YouTube. What I like about this option is then there's no worry about whether or not they have a TSC account. It's open on YouTube. I can be building my YouTube channel very quickly from that. Then I can use this video on Google Forms. I can use it in slides if I'd like to. So all I'm going to do is publish to YouTube. If I don't already have a channel, it'll say add YouTube channel, and so I'm able to do that. I can keep the video private if I'd like to, or public or unlisted. With unlisted, people are not going to be able to search for it, but if they have the link to the video, they can watch it. So that's a nice one for TSC parents and students. This is a good option there, is unlisted. I can change the name of the video here as well and add a description, and then I just click upload. With this process, once I click upload, it's going to upload that video to YouTube, and it's actually going to generate that link for me. I don't ever even have to go to YouTube to view that video. So here it is. I can either view it on YouTube or I can just copy the link from there. Now I've got the YouTube link copied and I'm ready to share it with parents, share it with students, share it with colleagues, whoever needs access to this video. For the next one, I'm going to save that to the end. This will be for my 6 through 12 teachers right here. Get the embed code. We typically aren't sending these in an email, but you are able to send your video in an email. In my experience, I usually just copy the shareable link and send it that way. If I click More Options, I am able to generate a QR code. So if I want my students to maybe scan it, I can generate that QR code. I can copy this QR code and paste it into a slideshow or some other thing maybe that I'm going to print. Or if my students are going to be watching it right away, I can actually generate that QR code. They can scan it, on the fly and be able to watch it immediately. Same thing for parents as well. For my K-5 teachers, I will be going through this Share to Classroom in a few minutes. I'm also able to download my video. So why would I want to download the video? Maybe I'm going to store it somewhere else, or I want to share it somewhere else besides my Google Drive. I am able to download as an MP4 here. I like the option of exporting the audio only. What this allows me to do is I'm just going to grab the audio from this video, and then I can add the audio to maybe a Google Slides activity. If you're a K-5 teacher, this is a really nice way to provide students with audio directions versus something that they might have to read on your Google Slides. And then finally, the last one is an animated GIF. One thing I will say about this is make sure that your video is around the 30-second mark. Less than 30 seconds is going to be better for this. But I use this if I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a process. So maybe I want the students to make a copy of something. So I might make an animated GIF of file, make a copy so that they can see what those steps are. Then that GIF can be added to anything that I can add an image to. So those are my download options there. The last thing I'd like to show you for sharing, you might see this add more share options. Another way that we can use Screencastify videos is part of Edpuzzle, and Edpuzzle will allow you to add questions and track your students' comprehension within the video. So I can turn on this integration, and then when I go back to my recording, I now have the upload to Edpuzzle option. One thing to note with this, Edpuzzle only allows you to upload 20 videos on their free version. However, if you publish your video to YouTube, you can use as many of your own videos as you'd like on Edpuzzle. So that's just one thing to note. If you anticipate using more than one video with Edpuzzle, don't upload directly to Edpuzzle, upload to YouTube, and then use Edpuzzle through that. We'll be providing more resources on Edpuzzle in a different video. So for my K-5 teachers, we're going to look now at sharing this directly to Google Classroom. So I'm going to click the Share to Classroom button. And then we'll ask me which class I'd like to share it to. So I'm going to choose my test class, and then I get an action. And so this is very similar. If you've used a Share to Classroom button before, you'll see the same options. So I can create an assignment from this, ask a question, make an announcement, or create material. I'm going to choose Create Material. It's going to attach that video to a material that I can actually put in Classroom. Of course, I can add a description here if I'd like. On the right-hand side, again, very similar to what you're used to seeing in Google Classroom, I'm able to add a topic here. I can also choose if it's only going to be for specific students. So maybe I have a set of students that are actually quarantined. So I'm going to create a new topic, and it's going to be, we'll call it just remote work. So I have got a group of kids that are going to be quarantined for a set of time, and I want to provide a video for them each day of what they might be doing. So I choose the remote work topic. This is only going to show up for students that are actually assigned work within that remote topic. I can then go through and choose what students will see that. So only Tyler is going to see this. And then I can post it today, or as a reminder, I'm able to schedule that as well. So I'm just going to choose post. And that's going to be posted then for Tyler within Google Classroom. So for my secondary teachers, we're going to look at actually embedding this video on maybe a Canvas page for students. So I'm going to come to more options here because my embed code link is not there. You might already have it up at the top here. Just depending on you as the user, these will change order. So I'll choose Get Embed Code. And then it's just going to give me this iframe code here, and I'll just choose Copy Embed Code. Now I'm going to go over to Canvas, and I have a module. I've already set up a remote work module. So this would be for any student that happens to be at home due to quarantine or whatever other absence. They'll know that they always need to come to this remote work module. And for today on my remote work module, I'm going to be adding a page because I want to give some instructional resources. So I'm just going to call these instruction resources. And I'll add the item. So now on my page, and this works anywhere you have your rich content editor. So page, assignment, discussion, Canvas calendar, wherever you'd like to put this information, does not matter as long as you have your rich content editor. I'll choose Edit in the top right-hand corner. And then along the top of my rich content editor, I have several different options here. And if I click the three dots, one of my options is like a little cloud, and it has some parentheses around it. So I'm going to choose that, and that's my embed. It's going to bring up just a little window that says, what's the embed code? As a reminder, I just copied that embed code. So I'm going to either right click and paste or do Control V, paste, submit that. It's actually just going to put that video right there on the page, save and publish. now this is ready for my students. So I'm able to give my students direct instruction videos through Screencastify, post them on my page for Canvas. If I keep everything organized in a module, then it's organized for those students and they're able to watch that video right within Canvas. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, contact the Connected Learning team.